Men in their 40s and beyond are no strangers to relationships, but one of the most common questions that can still trip us up is, how do you know when a woman is ready to take things to the next level? If you're like most guys, you've probably been in a situation where you're wondering, is she into me or am I misreading the signals? After all, women don't always send out the most obvious signs that they're ready for intimacy. They might smile at you, enjoy your company, or even kiss you. But how do you tell when she's truly ready for sex? It's one of those things that can leave even the most experienced men scratching their heads. But here's the thing. You might think it's all about her actions, her body language, how she touches you, the way she responds to your touch. And while that's a huge part of it, it's more complicated than just how much she wants you in the moment. You've got to understand the emotional and psychological side of things too. Here's where it gets a little controversial. Women don't always make their feelings known as clearly as we'd like. The good news? There are signs, subtle but clear, that reveal when a woman is emotionally and physically ready for sex. And in this video, I'll walk you through 5 of them. Let's dive right in. Number 1, she initiates physical touch. Many men believe that women wait for them to make the first move when it comes to physical touch. The truth? A woman who's ready will often initiate contact herself. For years, we've been told that men have to be the ones to start things. The first kiss, the first touch, the first move. This myth has led many men to miss signs that a woman is already feeling emotionally and physically open to intimacy. Let's say you're sitting next to her on the couch, watching a movie. She places her hand on your knee, or maybe her fingers gently brush against yours. It's a simple touch, but it means something. Women don't initiate physical contact unless they feel comfortable and safe, and that's the first sign she's ready for something more. Pay attention to how she touches you. If she's casually touching your arm, your leg, or leaning in closer when talking to you, it's a big indicator that she's emotionally open and physically comfortable with you. Don't hesitate to mirror her gestures. If you can, lightly touch her back or hold her hand. It's the natural progression towards something more. Keep an eye out for the next section, where we'll explore how her words speak louder than her actions when she's ready. But before that, I would really appreciate it if you give a thumbs up to help this video spread and get more views. Thank you very much. Now, let's move on. Number 2, she becomes more vocal about her desires. Contrary to popular belief, women don't always wait for you to ask about their desires. They'll drop hints, sometimes very directly. A lot of men struggle to interpret women's hints or conversations about intimacy. We tend to think that if a woman's not saying exactly what she wants, she's not interested. The truth? Women don't always spell it out. They talk in ways that show their readiness without being overly explicit. During a casual conversation, she might say something like, "I've always wanted to try that," or "I can't wait to be close to you." These comments aren't just innocent chatter. She's giving you a glimpse into her emotions and desires. She's not just thinking about sex. She's actively wanting it with you. If she's talking more openly about intimacy, whether it's joking about it or mentioning fantasies, take it as a sign that she's mentally preparing herself for the next step. Don't be afraid to engage in these conversations. Instead of brushing them off, lean into them, but do so with respect and understanding. This is her way of telling you she's emotionally available. But talking about intimacy isn't the only way a woman shows her readiness. The next sign comes when she wants to spend more time alone with you. Let's look at why that's a big deal. Number 3, she wants to be alone with you. Women don't typically crave solitude with just anyone. If she's requesting private time together, it's because she feels connected and possibly ready to take things further. Many men misunderstand this. They think that women always want to have a group hang or keep things casual. But when a woman feels a strong connection, she'll want time alone to explore that bond. It's not a sign of disinterest in the relationship. It's a sign of emotional and physical readiness. You've been hanging out with her in a group setting, and suddenly she suggests, "Let's go grab coffee, just the 2 of us." Or, "Why don't we go for a walk?" These are clear signals she wants more intimacy with you, emotionally and possibly physically. She's inviting you into her personal space, a move that could eventually lead to sexual intimacy. Recognize that her desire to spend one-on-one time with you is not just about talking or hanging out. It's her way of building a stronger connection, one that often leads to physical closeness. When she invites you to get closer, embrace the opportunity. It's a sign that she's emotionally comfortable and physically ready to be alone with you. Still with me? Great. The next sign may surprise you. When she's ready, she won't shy away from making eye contact, and not just any kind of eye contact. Number 4, she locks eyes with you. Eye contact is often seen as a sign of respect or attentiveness, but in the world of relationships, it can also signal deep desire. Many men mistake brief glances or casual eye contact as innocent, but prolonged eye contact, especially when it's intense and intimate, is a sign that she's thinking about more than just the conversation. She's thinking about you. She looks at you for a little longer than normal, maybe biting her lip or holding the gaze. It's not just a friendly stare. She's silently assessing the connection, gauging whether or not it's the right moment to take things further. The intensity of her eyes will tell you whether she's ready to move forward with you. The next time she locks eyes with you, take note of how long the gaze lasts and whether her expression changes. Is she smiling slightly? Is her breath a little more pronounced? These signs tell you she's emotionally and physically aroused. You're almost there. In the final section, we'll dive into how she might touch you, not just physically, but in ways that signal a deeper connection. Number 5, subtle touches and signals. Women don't always communicate their readiness through obvious body language. Sometimes the most subtle touches speak louder than anything else. The misconception here is that women will make a grand gesture when they're ready. In reality, it's the small, intimate gestures, a brush of the arm, a hand on your chest, that really tell you how she feels. If she rests her head on your shoulder, adjusts her position so her body faces yours, or casually places her hand on your thigh, those are all subtle signs that she feels comfortable and ready for deeper intimacy. Pay attention to these micro movements. If she's moving closer, touching you more often, or subtly guiding your hands to certain areas, these are clear indicators that she's preparing herself for intimacy. Don't rush it. Let her take the lead in these moments. Your calm response will tell her you're ready too. So, there you have it. 5 subtle but clear signs that a woman is emotionally and physically ready for intimacy. But remember, this isn't just about her signals. It's about understanding where both of you stand emotionally. Respect her space, recognize the signs, and always communicate openly. Now I want to hear from you. Have you ever missed one of these signs, or perhaps caught them at the right moment? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insightful videos like this one. Keep the conversation going, and I'll see you in the next video.